Now, I'm not a religious expert by any stretch of the imagination, but I think I got a pretty good idea on one religious theory, and that is the question of what is the mark of the beast. Now, religious people tend to believe that the mark of the beast is some computer chip that the government's going to put in your hand. And I think this theory is complete nonsense. That putting a computer chip in your hand, yeah, that would be uncomfortable, and I wouldn't submit to it for that reason. But would that be necessarily evil in and of itself? I don't think so. No, I have a different idea on what the mark of the beast is. And the mark of the beast is the political ideology, dogma of political correctness or cultural Marxism. That, I believe, is the mark of the beast, and I'll explain why. The political correctness, this whole dogma, is geared towards and created specifically for the eventual elimination of a whole race of people, namely the white European race. Political correctness basically states that the white person is in the wrong at all times, and that non-whites are always have been and are still the victims of so-called white supremacy, or this nonsense they spew about white privilege. Now, this white privilege is a myth. It doesn't exist. But even if it did exist, why the hell would white people want to rid themselves of this privilege? Or better yet, what nerve, what audacity would it take for some outsider to say, hey, you don't deserve this privilege. Why don't you check it? In the countries or nations or societies that white people built in the first place. It's pure madness if you think about it. And political correctness destroys souls. It destroys white people's souls because political correctness tells white people that they got to be ashamed of who they are. They got to feel guilty about their race and about themselves. Guilty about stuff they never did. Oh yeah, and they always say that, oh, well, there's no such thing as the white race, it's just a social construct. Up until the point where the subjects of slavery, the Holocaust, colonialism, the replacement of the North American Indians, and so on and so forth. When these subjects come up, then all of a sudden, race exists again. But it only exists so that the white race can be blamed for everyone else's problems, for all the problems in the world. It's pure, utter madness is what it is.